Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to episode number 993 of NoDQ video, only 7 away until episode number 1000. This is the YouTube version. Now unfortunately, I have to go back to this format for the time being because the YouTube ad revenue system has become screwed up again. For a while it felt like things were starting to pick up, but the last couple of weeks things have dropped back down again. So despite some speculation out there that things have been resolved, that is not the case, and it's in my best interest right now to post the full video on NoDQ.com. So if you have a few minutes of your time, head over to NoDQ and you can check out the full video, the full-length version, and I really do appreciate it. I thank you guys for your understanding and your continued support, but if for whatever reason you cannot go on NoDQ.com and watch the full video, then let's go ahead here with the special YouTube edition. First one today comes from The Loneliest Monk. Would it be good to have Bayley become broken with the Hardys? She needs the edge and it would let WWE have their spin on it. I really like this idea and I think she might become AWOKEN at this point rather than broken if the Hardys are going to try and work around the legal issues. But either way, I like the idea of Bayley being affiliated with the Hardys. We've talked about this before. I've gotten questions about it. I've commented on it. Bayley needs an edge. I think we all know this. And rather than just turn her heel, I like the idea of her changing up her character a little bit, going a little bit darker, but still being a babyface character, being aligned with the Hardys. I really like the idea. I think it would work really well, and she could also be the new Lita. She could be the new third person to team up with the Hardys. They have a history together. Bayley's been a big fan of the Hardys for a long time, so why not? I'm all for the idea. I think it would be a great way to turn Bayley's career around and give her an edge that she definitely needs at this point. I'm not talking about Adam Copeland, by the way. This one comes from Banks Club 27. Do you think Sasha Banks could turn heel and injure Bayley this week and take Bayley's spot at SummerSlam, setting up a WrestleMania match? If Bayley is not going to be able to compete at SummerSlam because of her shoulder injury, then that might be a very good idea. Maybe even do an angle where somebody attacks Bayley. She has a mystery attacker, similar to Steve Austin back in '99, only for this storyline, it ends up being Sasha Banks, the person that, well, I guess people would not expect it since they're such good friends, but all of us smart fans are saying, oh, it should be Bayley versus Sasha, and we'd all think it was Sasha if WWE did an angle like that, but I still think it would be a great idea. I think that that would be a nice way to turn Sasha heel, and WWE could rectify what happened with that Steve Austin storyline, redo that, but make it right this time. And I'm not saying have Bayley get run over by a car or anything like that, just have her laid out by a mysterious attacker, and then down the line, a couple months, we could find out that it was Sasha. Although, it is a bit similar to the Enzo and Cass storyline, so that's the only negative I have on it. If they were going to do it, I think WWE should try to change it up a bit, you know. It would be lame if they did the same thing with the video surveillance footage. I think that that would be too soon to do something like that again. So I would consider changing it up, doing something a little bit different, but having the payoff that we should have gotten with Austin back in 2000. It should have been Triple H all along instead of Rikishi. WWE could have Sasha Banks versus Bayley for WrestleMania, and that could be the setup. Sasha was jealous. She attacked her so-called best friend and won the title at SummerSlam, took all the glory, and then we find out she had attacked Bayley and took her out of SummerSlam. This one comes from James. Could Nia Jax be Alexa Bliss's opponent now at SummerSlam? She could say she took out Bayley to claim her spot. This is also a possibility. Nia Jax could be the attacker, but I'm looking at the big picture, WrestleMania, Sasha versus Bayley, and I'll talk more about this on episode 1000 when I give my proposed WrestleMania 34 card. But for the short term, you could do something like that with Nia Jax taking credit for it maybe, but it turns out it wasn't her. There's a lot of different things you could do with that. I could see Nia Jax potentially taking out Bayley this week, maybe doing some sort of angle where Bayley is out because of Nia Jax, and that sets up Nia versus Alexa Bliss. I know there's been talk about WWE having Alexa and Nia feud. That is very much a possibility, but I like the other idea better. I like Sasha getting the title shot, winning the title, and then going heel in a couple months, and it being revealed that she was the one that took out Bayley. Got this one here from Michael Smith. Are we about to see less and less John Cena in a WWE ring with this Transformers movie? Yes, this is the next step in John Cena phasing out of full-time WWE life and doing more Hollywood movies. This Transformers movie is huge for Cena. This is a major franchise, and this will potentially open the door for him, open more doors, I should say, for John Cena to get other big roles in Hollywood, and for Hollywood to see him as somebody who has the potential to be as successful as The Rock. I'm not sure that'll happen. I would be surprised if that happened, but John Cena definitely has the personality and the look to go far in Hollywood. And I think that this is just the beginning of him starting that change in his career and change in WWE, going from being a full-timer to being a part-timer, which is, of course, we all know that whole debate with Cena and The Rock. Of course, Cena apologized for those comments. Cena at the time was trying to sell tickets. Right now, Cena is scheduled for No Mercy, which is a Raw branded pay-per-view, and Cena is expected to be doing something on the Raw brand. I'm really curious about this. Is he going to face Samoa Joe? I mean, to me, that seems to be the most likely match, considering Cena has never faced Joe before, and with Cena's future being uncertain, you would think Cena himself would want to have a big high-profile match with Joe, you know, since the two of them have so much history going back to UPW. I could see that happening. Maybe it'll be Cena versus Strowman. There's a lot of possibilities, but I could definitely see one of those matches happening, and it'll be interesting to see what John Cena does for WrestleMania. My guess is No Mercy will be his last show, and then he'll be doing the Transformers filming, and then he'll be back in time for WrestleMania. Got this one here from Gareth Smith. Can you see Baron Corbin cashing in at SummerSlam? I don't want to see another Corbin-Nakamura match. Should Jinder retain by DQ?